Hey, it's Walter with Blu-Grit Garage. My loving daughter has another project for me, and this winter she's going to be staying part-time in this trail runner, and I'm going to have to put some skirting underneath it to keep the pipes from freezing. So we bought this what is it called, Polypro insulation. It's like an inch thick board. It's foil on one side, the other side is just styrofoam. We're just going to have this side staying out because it's more weatherproof. The way I'm going to mount it is I'm going to dig about 3 inches down all the way around, stick the board in the trench and throw the dirt up against it, and that way the bottom doesn't kick in and out. And then up here I'm going to have it pushed up against the edge here, and I'm going to, around the perimeter, you know, halfway up, I'm going to screw a board around the perimeter, the 1x here, and then I'm going to have, so it's going to go crossways this way, and then I'm going to have diagonals out of 2x4s, and the diagonals towards the bottom I'm going to drill a hole, and I've got some big nails. They're tent stakes. So the bottom's going to be secured from the dirt or gravel. The top is going to be pushed against this vinyl here, and I might have some tape up there, and then, like I said, maybe a little higher than halfway I'm going to have something, because you get some, she says she gets some pretty good winds. Oh, there's a bunch of geese down there. She gets some pretty good winds off the lake coming up here, so I just wanted to make sure this side was pretty well braced. I'll just go all the way around with the same kind of bracing. At least this side has a little force to break the wind, and then I'll have to have a little notch, and I'll just have the poop pipe and the water coming out the same notch, and then I'll probably have a little access panel. I'll have to have an access panel there for the valve. I was going to go straight across here because it's easier. She wanted me to come back around. I don't know if it'd be just easier for me to put a board underneath, get a little more insulation, because it's a lot easier just to go in straight lines. I'm kind of thinking about going that way, but there's a lot more trenching. So, as you see, we already have the water line insulated. We're using the leaf blower a little bit ago to clean up a bunch of the pine needles. We're going to use electric heat this winter. We got 2 of these radiators. This is a new one, so I'm going to plug it in, put it in high, and burn the stink off before we bring it in. High, and so that's about it. Do some skirting, spend the night, because I know I'm going to be working quite a while. Make maybe a couple access panels underneath there. Oh, and underneath where the plumbing is, say hey, Violet. Hey. The killer guard dog. Underneath where the plumbing is, we have a clamp light with a 100-watt lizard light bulb, so might get a little bit of heat. It's insulated under there now, and might get a little bit of heat underneath where the water supply lines are up on the other side. Everything's kind of enclosed here. You can see there's like a belly or whatever, but I was told, yeah, it works kind of, but when it starts getting really cold, might have problems. So we're not going to run the propane. Like I said, I have 2 of those radiators. Put one towards the front, one towards the back, on separate circuits, and only run them to 900 watts instead of the 1500, because this has 15 amp circuits, and I don't trust it. So I'd rather have the heaters just running part way, 2 of them part way, instead of, you know, one doing 1500. The thing with the heaters, yeah, you know, they say the circuit will hold it. Maybe not 1500 on a 15 amp circuit. Really, it's only 1245 or 1440. I forget what it is. I think it's 1245 watts. It's a 1500 watt heater. You're getting into that safety margin. And the thing with heaters is they constantly go, so all the wiring inside getting to the outlet's going to be getting warm too. So like I said, I'd rather just have 900 watts or 600. You go 6, 9, and the 6 and 9 makes 15, where you have all the heaters going. So might try first just doing 2 600 watts. If it starts getting too cold, crank it up to 900, and if it gets colder than that, wear a jacket. So I'll be cutting in and out, showing the progress on this. rather than do that forward fast motion, which we don't know how to do. So see you in a little bit. Violet likes this foil tape. Hey Violet, if you flap your ears real hard, will you be able to fly? Hope you don't grow into those ears, because you'll be like a 300-pound dog. Oh, these bugs or whatever these are driving me nuts. Here's the progress so far. You only want to dig the trench about 2 inches, maybe 3 if you have to level it out, because you have to kind of bend the board a little bit to make it in the trench and still be tight on the top. And then, like I said, the foil tapes for the corners. A little patchwork in the front. I got a little scrap there. Tires make it bulge out, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might just cut this out around the tire and tape a piece over the front, you know, to get that extra inch clearance that we need. Or I can just leave it. I mean, it's just temporary anyway. Till the next time we move this thing. Same old, you know, measure twice, cut once, or measure 3 times, cut 4 times, whatever. This one's going to have to be angled pretty good because of the drop off. I think it's 36 inches at one end and about 30 or 32 at the other. And these tires also pop out a little bit, so I think I'm going to run the skirting up to the tire and then run another piece of skirting over the front of it to get that extra inch or so that I need. Just tape it all up. This is just to keep the breeze from going underneath the trailer, which could freeze the pipes, but it makes the trailer a lot cooler. I don't have time to insulate under the bump out. I might, if I have time, maybe I'll put a board up against the bottom of it, but to trench it all out and do what I've been doing, it's getting kind of dark. Well, not getting dark yet, but the mosquitoes are coming out and getting kind of tired. So I ran the oh, what do they call it, the stinky slinky, the poop pipe, so that goes underneath the trailer, and it'll keep it a little warmer. And then I just have one notch for the water, and then I'll probably have a panel that I can remove to get to the valve for draining it. So, and then tape it all up, and I'm going to see if I can just get by with just taping and see what I can do underneath on the back side. I mean, if it's stiff enough, maybe I won't have to do all the woodwork I was going to do on the back side. Maybe just the boards and this Godzilla tape will, well, it's not Godzilla, whatever, this foil stuff is supposed to be even stronger and more weather resistance. But between the bottom being secure and taping up the top, I'll start pushing it around and see what I think. I might just leave it at that. So, well, that's another project that's another project my loving daughter gave to me. Thank you very much. Hey, it's Walter with Blu-Grit Garage again. Here's kind of the final product. A little bit of a hack job. I just have an access panel screwed on. I got to put wood backing. It got a little late last night, so I used a piece of scrap and just put tape down the middle and made a wider access, 3 screws on each side. A little bit of an adhesion problem on some of these. I got up this morning and some of the tape wasn't really sticking as well as I liked. I don't know if there might have been a little dust. So more work for Anna. If anything pops loose, I pressed it back on. If it pops loose again, I get her the roll of tape and she can take care of it. But this keeps the breeze from going underneath and freezing up the pipes. We have heat tape on the water pipe that we insulated the valve or whatever, and then insulated the filter, and it just goes in, and there's a longer hose so it winds around where it's warm inside and comes back out, and insulated the tap here. So didn't turn out too bad. Like I said, a little bit of a hack job. I didn't get as much bracing on the back side as I'd wanted. I think I showed you before how it kind of, for some reason this side it bulged at the tire. I guess the axles, the tires stick out more to one side than the other because it wasn't really an issue on the other side. So not too bad. Hopefully it keeps the pipes from freezing. I have a clamp light pointing down to the ground with a 100-watt bulb, heat lamp bulb, underneath there, where pretty much where the water's coming in and where the water kind of goes up to the sink, the kitchen sink and the bathroom sink and all that. So that should give a little additional heat. If it gets down like 20 degrees, maybe I'll have her plug it in. I have an indoor-outdoor plug, and it just goes up underneath the power box over there. So we have one plug for the heat tape and the spigot, and then one plug going underneath for the light. So that's about it, the things we do for our siblings, or I should say offspring. Thank you very much. Hopefully it helps somebody out, you know, out there. Well, it's early Sunday morning, got to get back home. Talk to you later.